afternoon, everybody. I'm here with Penny and Kevin Quackenbush of our pizza review fame. They are the epitome of the American Dream Team, which is what they also call themselves. And if you can peep the name tag there, it says Ask Quack, and it says what it means. Ask Quack, and you will get a qualified, educated answer from Penny or Kevin.
Absolutely. We strive to give our clients the ultimate service. We treat you as if you are family, and very often by the end of the process, you're not a client anymore, you're a friend. So we look forward to helping you find your home. Now, it is a process. We would ask that we would meet you over coffee or tea, and we'll go through some questions for you when we meet. Some of those would be, for instance, once you have your pre-approval, which really starts the process, that'll tell us what target market you're in, what our list price market target should be. And then we're going to ask you some questions relative to the home that you'd like to have. What are we searching for? We'll have two basic columns, if you will. One will be the must-haves. I must have this in the house that I buy. And the other ones will be that I would wish to have these. As an example, some of the buyers that we've helped buy their first homes have said we must have a two-car garage. That's a must. So that goes at the top of our list for our search parameters. They also say, well, we would like to have a pool, but if the house has all the other parameters we're looking for, we could live without the pool. So those two columns. Now that's going to help us do two things for you. First of all, once we know your parameters, we can set you up on a daily feed that comes right to your phone for the properties that are coming onto the market that day that fit your parameters. So you get a first look, essentially, at the possible homes for you. Secondly, we have a KW app, our own KW app, Keller Williams, and we can text it to your phone, and that will also allow you to search for homes. So let's say we've identified several towns that you'd like to look into. That's great. You happen to be driving through one of those towns and you see a house that, geez, maybe this would work. You can call up our KW app and it will tell you all the properties, including that one, that are for sale right in that area. It'll also allow you to do an advanced search. So you could put in a particular town sitting from your living room and pick a town, say, I want to look in Plymouth. And then you put the town in and the parameters for your search, and the same thing. Excuse me. It'll give you the properties that come up for those particular parameters. We also have an inside network of agents that we know, both in Keller Williams and elsewhere, who we can tag for information on properties that are going to be listed soon. So that means if those properties fit your parameters, we can get you in the door first, which is a big deal because this is a competitive market. And when we get you in the door, there's going to be a number of other people who are going to be looking at that property as well. And we can talk a little bit further about what to expect.
I think it's important to actually cover that point because a lot of first-time home buyers don't quite know what they're getting themselves into, and so they might not understand that there are 20 other offers on a particular property, and right. You need to stand out somehow.
And there certainly can be, and there's a number of tricks of the trade that we've known. I mean, we've been in the market, our team has 25 years experience in real estate, so you learn some things along the way. One of those, in some instances at least, is a personal letter from the buyer to the seller saying why this house is perfect for them or their family and how much they're going to enjoy being in there, that sort of thing. And very often, that letter carries the day. You have two offers that are very similar and the seller needs to pick one, and one of them's got one of these letters. That makes the difference. So we've been there, we've done that, we can help you do that too.
So just to further elaborate on just how hot this housing market is and how competitive it is, what are something that the customer or the buyer can do to help themselves?
That's an excellent question. And the primary one would be available to see the listings as they come on the market. Here's why. Listings very often, most of them come on the market on Wednesday. Showings begin usually thereafter, shortly thereafter, at most as at the open house on the weekend. We do have some clients, unfortunately, who we advise of a new listing that's on the market, and they'll say, okay, well, I think I can look at it next Thursday. Unfortunately, in this competitive market, by the time next Thursday comes around, it's very often gone. So if you can make yourself available to see listings as they come on the market, the ones that fit your parameters, then you stand a much better chance of getting a competitive bid in and getting your new home.
Kevin mentioned it earlier, we become a team as a transaction becomes a real thing.
And the communication, which is absolutely key, not only between Ray and Megan and us, but also between us and you and Ray and Megan and you, is absolutely critical. And we're available pretty much 24/7. We do like to sleep, but we're
You know what
available.
though? If my phone was ringing and I was sleeping, I'd probably answer.
Yeah, that's how we are. That's how it works. So there's a couple of other things that we probably should mention on what to expect. As a first-time home buyer, and especially in this competitive market in Mass, you can expect other people to be looking at that house that you're standing out in the front lawn saying, geez, this could work for me. Some of those properties, there's actually several categories. You have the regular general homes that are on MLS and are for sale. Those are the ones we're going to focus on. You also have foreclosures, which are really high-risk properties. They look like they're a lower price often, but there are issues with almost all of them, and those should be on the bottom of our list. And then there's those in the middle, both short sales, which can take months and months to get an answer for, but also FSBOs, for sale by owners. And we're not shy about going up and knocking on a door if that's a house that fits your parameters and we think that it may be something you'd be interested in. We'll knock on that door and we'll talk with them and see if we can get a showing for you. And if we can, then we'll walk you through the process and we'll negotiate the best deal we can. So, avenues to take, we know them, we're willing to help you with them.
All right, folks, I believe that wraps it up for us. Kevin's info, Penny's info will be included, tagged in the comments. You can ask any questions directly, DM, or leave it below. And I appreciate your time.
I'll mention one more thing if I may.
Of course.
So our American Dream Team covers from Southie to Mashpee on the Cape and Northern Rhode Island. So if you're within that area, then we've got you covered.
Absolutely.
Thank you again.
Thank you.